Are you ready to take your recruitment marketing efforts to the next level? By the end of this video, I'm going to share with you some very clear strategies that have worked for my clients so that you can start to increase your billings through your recruitment marketing efforts. Now, I know there's a lot of noise in the marketplace about what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, cold calling and things like that, email marketing, LinkedIn marketing, video marketing, you name it, everybody's got an opinion, but I can tell you by the end of this video, you'll have a very clear strategy to go after. And this isn't made up by theory. This is exactly how I've helped Katie Kelly, Renee Fry, Chelsea Cruz, Jen Doskow, Ben Bonnell, Daryl Rosenstein, all leverage recruitment marketing to grow their recruitment businesses. And before we get started, for the best online marketing and lead generation advice specifically to the staffing and recruiting industry, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell in the corner so you're notified when all my videos go live every single Wednesday. So let's talk about how we can increase your billings from recruitment marketing. So first thing, and if you've watched any of my videos, this will be redundant for you. You got to know who you're talking to. You can't become great at recruitment marketing by trying to be a generalist. It's just not possible. You're not going to make as much noise as you possibly need to. You're going to start trying to talk to everybody, which is going to connect with nobody. So the most important thing with your recruitment marketing efforts is getting crystal clear on your ideal target market so that you know exactly who you're speaking to. And then you also have the opportunity to really work on your positioning in the market so they don't just view you as being another recruiter. And when you're viewed as another recruiter, I'm sorry, you're just a commodity. Okay. So now let's get into the actual fun stuff. So the first thing you want to be doing with your recruitment marketing is actually something that's very easy to do and something you can start on today. Okay. So what you can do is actually, now that you know your target market, go target those individuals and find out who of your ideal hiring decision makers and or candidates are creating content and posting on LinkedIn. Once you find out those individuals and you find them, you can do that easily through searching LinkedIn, scrolling your feed. You start to comment and engage. And this is the first place of marketing. You're just putting yourself on their radar. Now, don't read somebody's article and go, good article. Read the article, leave a thoughtful opinion, leave a unique opinion. And by doing that, you're going to put yourself on the radar of your ideal market. It's one of the most overlooked things. It's the easiest way to get started with recruitment marketing in content. The next thing you want to be doing is you want to be creating your own content. And so what does that look like? Well, the easiest place to get started with is just share stories. What are you talking about on the phone with your clients and your candidates? What are you emailing about? What are you adding value on? Share those stories. What are you doing at home with your family? People by people, right? So don't be afraid to get a little bit of personal, even on LinkedIn. I don't care what the experts say. I just posted about my daughter's birthday a couple of weeks ago, and it hits home every single time. Why? Because people by people, they like to see who you are. So share stories of what's going on in your business, in your life, how you're helping people, how you're impacting people. Okay. Then you also have the opportunity for some thought leadership. This is where you can share, 3 tips for landing your next engineering hire, 4 tips for making sure that you have a great interviewing process, and so on and so forth. We can create some real thought leadership, again, geared specifically towards your ideal market. Now, I'm going to encourage you need to show up on your LinkedIn feed every single day, even potentially multiple times a day if you want the algorithm to reward you. And if you want your market to recognize you. So many people are so worried about perfect content and they don't want to post perfect content. But I can tell you that you probably won't even watch this video to the very end, and you probably aren't going to watch my next video. But why do people work with me? Because they see me consistently often. So you want to err on the side of progress, not perfection. Put yourself out there more rather than waiting for the perfect content. There isn't one piece of content that's ever sold anybody's business and made them $1 million. Okay. Consistency is the key here. So get yourself into the habit of consistently posting content on LinkedIn. The other thing you want to do on LinkedIn is start dialogue with people in the messenger box. No, don't sell to them. Don't start pitching them with your spammy messages. Have context, reach out, do a little bit of research, start conversations with people, add value to them, and that will turn into actual leads. And that's how you're going to be able to increase your billings. Now, if you look at this, one of the things you need to be doing is actually connecting with new people in your LinkedIn network every single day. Why? So that you can stock a pond of fish. Some of those people you'll be able to direct message and they'll be responsive. Some won't, but then they start to see you in the feed. The bigger our network, the bigger our reach on LinkedIn. And, a lot of us are obviously know that playing a numbers game is going to help us, right? And there's opportunities to automate certain parts of those processes. And you can take a look at some of my other videos around automation to get information about that. Okay, now we have LinkedIn fully cornered. So now what we want to start to do is, where else is your market hanging out? And you may not know this right now, okay? But your market hangs out other places than just LinkedIn. I know that's like a mind-blowing thing to think that, some of these executives and hiring decision makers have personal lives, but Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, even, they could all be a part of your process, right? Depending on what your market is and what you're going after. And then we just start to go hang out on those platforms and start to share and create relevant content there as well. You can start to direct message them on those other platforms as well. So that's going to be really a big key. Video marketing, if you're doing video, you might as well just go to the next step and take the effort and turn that into videos on YouTube as well. Because YouTube is one of the biggest search engines in the world, owned by Google, and you can be a part of the conversation by creating strategic YouTube videos. Not only that, is then you can have a place where you can drive, prospects to, so that you can continue to educate them. Because what I've always found for myself and for my clients is the best clients and best, ideal prospects that they have are people that have actually watched their content for a while. When you're pounding the phone or pounding the phones and banging down doors, it's hard to get the prospect to really see how you're different. So you actually want your prospects to consume your content and be in your world for a while before they get on the phone with you. Okay. And then of course, email. But what you see a lot in this industry is just gathering emails from discover.org or any of these scraping tools and then just ramming people through cold email campaigns. Everybody's doing that. So if I saw everybody else doing, going right, I'd want to go left. And so the opportunity here is to get people that give you permission to email them and then actually send value their way on a regular basis so that they can see that you're the most authoritative presence, within your specific marketplace. So an easy way to get people onto your email list is create a lead magnet, an irresistible offer. Okay. So that's it for you. That's how you can increase your billings by leveraging your recruitment marketing. And, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, comment, and share. And I would be interested in the comments below. Which of these little tactics would you start with today? Which one of these makes the most sense for you to take action on? Because it's what you decide to take action on, not what you decide to think about, that's really going to move your business moving forward. And I just gave you some actionable steps that you can take that will actually increase your billings and generate revenue right away. So hey, if you like this training, make sure you join my free Facebook group. The link for the group is in the description below. This is Donnie Gupton. We'll see you in the next video.